wanted to create this video where I talk to you about business letter writing because so many of the business letters we saw had some problems, and one of the standards that we as your teachers are to impart to you this year is the way to write an effective business letter. So on our website is a link that shows you the format of how to appropriately format your business letter. So I'm not going to go through that format here. I just wanted to talk with you about some of the things you need to think about when you write a business letter. You first need to be very clear on the reason that you're writing. Some people call that the situation. Like, you need to think about, what is the situation of your letter? Are you complimenting someone? Is it a complaint letter? Do you have a question? Those are things to think about as you draft the content of your letter. Then you want to kind of offer an explanation as to why you're complimenting, why you're complaining, why you're asking this question. And then the last part of your business letter is really the action. So there's the situation, the explanation, and then the action for your letter. And the action is where you kind of clearly outline to the person that you're writing to what it is you want them to do. Are you just complimenting them and hope that they can use this comment? Are you complaining and wanting them to rectify, which means to make better the situation? So those are the things you need to consider as you write the business letter. And it is a formal kind of writing. The way it looks is very important. And yes, we communicate a lot these days via email or other methods of communication, texting. Business letters are formal. They don't have slang or kind of abbreviations that you would use in other kinds of maybe online forms of communication. Some of the things that we noticed that I do want to alert you to relate to how your letter is presented. When you send someone a letter, you need to use a business size envelope. These are called like A9 envelopes. And while ours has Clark's address kind of printed up in the corner, you would put your address, your name, your home address, because you don't want them writing to me at Clark, you want them writing to you. And then the address of the person you're sending a letter to goes where I have the word stamps, but goes there. And then the stamp goes up here in this upper corner. So like, here's a business letter that I received just recently. So you can see up in this corner is who sent it to me, which was the University of California. You can see that it was addressed to the English department chair, and someone at work wrote my name there. Over here, they didn't have to use stamps because they're a big school system and they have a meter which does that. But you would put your stamp in this area. Some of you put your stamps over on the other side. So we hope that you know where the stamp goes. So here's my business letter. I take it out of the envelope and it's folded just 3 times, just like this. Some of you gave business letters that were in envelopes that were this size, you know, like for small-handed people, I guess. But when you opened it up, we had to like unfold this like complicated, it looked like you were making a paper for playing bingo, perhaps. We'd get something that looked like this, and this isn't appropriate to go to someone as a business letter. Wrong envelope size, wrong way of folding. They're supposed to fold so that when I pull it out of the envelope, I see who it's coming from as the first thing I see, and then I just open it and there's the letter, right? So using proper materials is important. So with this project, we want you to make sure you check the website sample and type the letter in the appropriate format, which is block format, is the one that I put on the website. We want to make sure that you kind of include the ideas of a situation and then kind of an explanation and an action that you want from someone. We want to see you using kind of formal punctuation and formal dialogue or language in the letter, and we want to see you putting it in an envelope that you will give to us unsealed with a stamp and with the letter inside, so that I can check the letter inside. With this assignment, if it doesn't meet the requirements, we're just going to give it back to you. So I don't need a copy of the letter because if it's fine, I'm going to mail it and check off that you completed it. It's kind of an all or nothing thing. Um, I'm not going to, I mean, you want to try to have your letter be as perfect as possible in terms of not having mistakes. If I saw a little typo in the letter, like one or two, that's not a big deal. But if you make errors in the format, the letter is simply coming back to you and you won't receive credit for it. So we hope that this little tutorial has helped you. Business letters are the kind of letters you should write as cover letters when you submit a resume to someone. You know, I think in future that whole format's going to change, but right now it hasn't. So we hope this little talk helps you write a good business letter.